Greetings, everybody. I'm Rokelle Lerner. You know, addiction, in a larger sense, is really anything that takes too large a share of our lives. And those of us who are sober in recovery, gradually we realize that our addictions aren't just about alcohol and drugs, or sex, or shopping. I'm going to talk about 4 cross-cultural addictions that was researched by Angeles Arian. She studied addiction in all kinds of cultures and discovered that there are 4 addictions that are present in every culture on this earth. Again, addiction meaning anything that's too large a share of your life. And we know that addiction stops us from our joy. It stops us from our well-being. So the 4 cross-cultural addictions, there's the addiction to intensity. Does anybody know about that? Intensity. That if life is boring, or my relationship is boring, I have to stir up the drama pot. I have to create some crisis. That love has to come in a certain form, or I can't receive it. I was in the park once watching a mother, and I think it was her 3-year-old or 4-year-old. And this little boy went over to pick a flower and walked up to his mom and said, "Oh, Mom, you're so pretty." And I thought, oh, how sweet. And Mother looked at him rather sternly and said to him, "How come you never tell me that you love me?" Love has to come in a certain form for her. Or I have a friend who got married about 6 months ago and complains bitterly that her husband doesn't sweep her off her feet anymore. He doesn't wine and dine her anymore. And I got so frustrated about hearing these complaints because I know this guy. And I said to her, "Are we talking about the same man? Is this the same man who left rose petals in your shoes the first day you started your new job? Is this the guy who left a balloon in the freezer with a little note wishing you well? Are we talking about the same man?" Again, the addiction to intensity, that it has to come in this certain blown up form, or we miss it. Then there's the addiction to perfection, which I've talked about in another video. Perfectionism, where you have to constrain yourself and beat yourself up for any mistakes you make. You choke the life out of yourself and of others. How much energy does it take to be perfect? The gift waiting on the other side of our addiction to perfection is the gift of energy. To be able to use our energy for well-being, to be able to use our energy in right ways. The third addiction is our addiction to the need to know, to be able to figure it out. Some of us lay in bed at night ruminating and obsessing, if I could just figure him out, if I could just figure her out, if I could just figure this out. The gift that's waiting to be claimed when you quiet the inner voices is our inner wisdom. That still small voice that gets plastered over with all the rhetoric and obsession. And finally, the fourth addiction is our addiction to what's not working, to consistently see the misery, to consistently see the glass half full, to focus on the bits that are not good. The gift that's waiting to be claimed is that transcendent skill called perspective. To be able to bear fair witness and see the whole picture of ourselves, of our lives, of the people we care about. When we participate in any addiction, we lose our soul. We lose ourselves. And cross-culturally, there are 5 remedies to get your soul back again. And those remedies are singing, dancing, storytelling, silence, and the creative arts like writing or music. There isn't a culture in the world that doesn't use singing, dancing, storytelling, silence as healing tools. It's impossible to dance and obsess at the same time. Maybe some people are talented. When you sing, it forces you into the present moment. So I want to ask you some questions. When in your life did you stop singing? And when in your life, if ever, did you stop dancing? When in your life did you become bored with your own story? When in your life did you become uncomfortable with the sweet territory of silence? And when in your life, if ever, did you stop creating? If you think about these questions, it might take you back to a time of trauma, a time of disconnection, where you did experience soul loss. So this is about reclaiming our lives again. If you're in recovery and you're practicing the steps, and yet there are other addictions lurking in the background, it's time really to pull ourselves into the present, experience joy again, and perhaps singing, dancing, storytelling. I'm going to end with an affirmation that I wrote. It's from Affirmations for the Inner Child, and it goes like this. Today I will sing a joyful song. Young children love to sing. They don't study voice in Italy before they sing an operetta about the events of their day. They don't wait to sell 1 million records before they croon a lullaby. Singing to themselves is a way of speaking. Everyone is given the gift of song. I don't have to have perfect pitch to claim it. I don't have to perform for others to enjoy it. Today I will sing along with my inner child, and together we will make a joyful song. Until next time.